James was just in here and said that tackling has become an epidemic in college football, so that you guys need to tackle better. So what kind of are your thoughts on that, and what do you think you guys specifically can focus on to improve there?
I definitely think we need to work on tackling. We just need to really go back to the fundamentals. We're doing tackling drills, practice. We just really need to stay focused on really the techniques and the small things that matter. Because sometimes in practice, you kind of take for granted for it. But then when it comes to the games, it may not work the way we want it to. So we need to really go back to the fundamentals.
Great. When you look at Geronimo Allison on tape, and he's leading the Big Ten in receptions per game, second in yards. What do you see there?
He's a big body guy, about 6'4", 200 pounds. He has good ball skills as well, and I think him and the quarterback Westland, they have good timing with each other. He's really stepping up for them this year. It'll be a good challenge for our defense. I'm really excited for that.
Hey Grant, good afternoon. When practice is dialed back, so you guys aren't going full tempo to preserve your legs and things like that, how do you specifically work on wrapping up better tackling drills when you aren't necessarily going full speed?
I mean, we go full speed. It's just we're dialed back a little bit. Today, I know we don't have pants on, but we still have shoulder pads, so we'll be able to thud up a little bit and really just get our forms and fits really well and just work on those techniques.
Grant, have you seen enough of Lunt, and what is your impression of him? Is he more of a classic drop back than the guys you've seen the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, he's not really a dual threat quarterback. I mean, he can run a little bit, but he's more of a pocket passer. So that's different from what we've seen the last couple of weeks. He's a big body guy, good quarterback frame. He has a strong arm, and it'll be a good challenge for the back end. And I think our defensive line will do a great job.
There have been a couple situations this year where you guys scored and then boom, they answered right away, whether it was last week or earlier in the season. Can you talk about just the whole approach to complementary football? Once your offense gets a lead, if the defense or special teams respond immediately? It seems there have been a couple times where they've had some quick answers for you guys.
Yeah, I think as a team, in any way possible, we're going to have each other's back. I know if also something happens with the offense, we're going to have our offense back. If something happens with defense, our offense is going to go down and score. And the same thing with special teams, offense and defensively. So I think we're going to have each other's backs either way, whatever happens.
James was just asked about his name coming up as a potential candidate for other head coaching jobs in the country, and he mentioned it as a distraction to the team. Do you pay attention to that kind of stuff? What type of a distraction is that? And if you didn't get a chance to hear, he basically said, he's happy here. What does that mean to maybe hear that reassurance from him, the guy who recruited you, that he's happy here and wants to stay here?
I don't think we're really paying attention now. We're just really focused on going 1-0 this week.
Grant, can you talk to me a little bit about the rotation that you guys use at cornerback? Because it seems like in games that in any given circumstance it'll be a set of two guys here. Is there any method coach uses in that, or does he just go with the hot pair?
I think he has a little method at first. Then he just goes if you're feeling comfortable in the game. I know he wants to keep us fresh as well, so I think he does a good job of rotating in and out.
So you didn't roll in on a scooter like Chris Godwin.
Yeah.
Has he tried to get you to get one of those?
I chose a little fast one, and plus it's a little bit too much money for me.
I wanted to ask, after going over and watching the tape, what specifically were some moments of pride for you and the receiving group in terms of separation, 50-50 catches, things like that?
One of the better moments from the game, I'd say, would be when Gino had his touchdown catch. Gino hadn't had that many opportunities throughout the season, and then him to come in and make a big play like that was great for me. And seeing Saeed, him getting separation on about a 40-yard catch was great also, because he's about the same situation. Not getting many opportunities, and he made the best of it on Saturday.
Thanks. DaeSean, like you said, with the guys, not getting the opportunities, obviously there's only so many balls that can go around. how do you maybe try and keep them upbeat? Do you need to keep them positive when you understand that, I mean, you guys just have so many people in your room?
Yeah, we just, every week we just try and do things that we always do. I try to keep those guys around and make sure that they're not getting down on themselves or, thinking that, since I did this many opportunities this week, it's going to be like that for the rest of the season because they never know when the number's called. It could be any of us that has a great game. And as long as they have that mindset, then every Saturday they can approach it as one of their better games.
DaeSean, over here. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. 2 questions. Not counting games, how many passes do you think you've caught lifetime from Christian? And 2, you guys have a chemistry where you'll see something or you've done something so many times, you both think the same thing without saying it?
Yeah, well, the first question, I can't even count how many times I've caught balls from Hack. But, just us having that chemistry, and, it all started from, me before my first season playing, us going out and just doing catches individually and just running routes and working concepts and things like that. And we can see things and we can just go to the sideline and communicate, and the next drive out there, we can go out there and we can execute on just something that we basically haven't even practiced all week. But, just as long as we have great communication and we're seeing the same things on the same page, it works out very easily.
DaeSean, you mentioned after the game it was kind of the most fun you had since the Pinstripe Bowl. When you were watching the film, whenever you watched the film of that game, this past game, what were your thoughts as you were watching, and how many times you put it up and made some great plays as a receiver group?
Yeah, just it was fun to watch, especially with so many guys making plays and so many guys being able to go out there and make the most of their opportunity. It was fun to watch. I remember Coach Gaddis, he was excited for all the guys in the room, especially about how great we played and so many guys being able to contribute in that game.
Anything else?
DaeSean, their secondary is pretty stout, kind of ball hawkish. I think they're like second in the Big Ten in interceptions. How can you guys attack that secondary? What do you see from them?
Well, it's not much about them. It's more about us because a lot of the teams in the Big Ten are going to play the same kind of defenses because it's a copycat league. So, it's just us going out there, we're getting the game plan, executing the game plan, and it's always an emphasis on the guys on the outside to win their one-on-one battles and get separation. So it's going to be our mindset week in and week out, especially for this Saturday.
I'm just curious, seemed the other day you were able to catch one on the move and go with it. Are you guys getting closer to that where, the receivers are catching the ball in stride? And can you talk about the short passing game a little bit? It seems like it's been a work in progress getting that going.
Yeah, because, it's been basically all season where, either we haven't been able to throw the ball in general because of the weather conditions or teams are pressing up on the outside, so the short game isn't really an option for us. We'd rather go over the top and then stretch them down the field, things like that. So the short game isn't always the best option, especially for teams that play the same type of defenses in the Big Ten. But us getting routes on the move and things like that, get open in space, it helps a lot because it either backs the defenders off of us or it just gives us free access later on down the game.
Also curious, you don't wear your glasses while you're playing. Right?
No, I don't do that.
You have contact lenses?
Yeah, I have contact lenses.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else for DaeSean?
Yeah, I'm not going to let you off the hook. One summer practice, one summer workout with Christian, how many balls you think you'll catch?
It depends on how many guys are out there, but on average, I'd say probably over 100 to 200 catches out there for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, just doing routes and just running specific concepts.
All right. Thank you very much, DaeSean. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.